think you should
Hey,
have
hey,
made
hey,
it.
hey. Are we live?
Say, baby, now it's too late.
I was
Hey,
gonna cover
Sierra.
my face, but it's too late for that now. So I'm gonna be a little grease nut here today. Lois, hello, love. Boobs to Thomas.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Jude.
Hello, hey, Kathy. Hey,
Denise.
Oh, my goodness.
What's
we have
up?
a new lighting system. Does our light look any better?
It looks like it makes my forehead shine
sure
like
does.
the northern stars.
But mine too, if I move it that close. How about we just move them further away? Here's the cool thing about our new.
Get it away.
Here's the cool thing about our new lighting, though, is
Hey,
that
Anna.
they run on batteries instead
Tina.
of them plug-in things where you
I
have to
love
pull those plug-ins around all the house, and you just got to plug them in everywhere and use extension cords all the time. These just have batteries.
Batteries.
I love me some
very
batteries.
Convenient.
It is very convenient, especially
Hey,
for
Robin.
this specifically, because we were hauling up.
Yeah.
Guys, we have this whole studio lighting
Very
system for
shiny.
our lives and the things that we do, but they're all plugins. They're only one mode. You can't change the color on the What do you do?
I gotta see something real quick. Does that work?
Does that work on what? What are we trying to? But she's putting on powder. She's getting up to put on powder. That's what's happening.
It's just
Does that work? What do you mean?
It's too much.
It's too shiny. That's just because you're too
baby.
greasy. Hey, T. Oh, my phone is. Oh, look, I have a text from the two crazy cat ladies. How cute.
Let's see if this is any better. Marginally better.
Marginally.
You just can't get past the grease nut that I am.
So welcome everyone.
Hey, Callie.
Thanks for joining our podcast here.
Yeah, I did put on powder. It didn't
Back
do much
in the
good.
closet with the two crazy cat ladies. As you can see, we are in our closet, and as you can see
Hey,
from
Lori.
the beginning of this podcast, I just touched your breast. I'm sorry. From the beginning of this, it's because my hands are so large,
You have
really
long
I have very
phalanges.
large hands. Anyway,
She does.
from the beginning of our podcast journey, we have said
Our podcast journey,
we need to clean out our closet.
and we still have not.
Still have not.
You
No.
would think,
I
as a
have.
matter of accountability, this podcast would have inspired us to finally do that, but no. Nay, I say.
Nay,
It's
I
not
say.
happened yet.
No.
God help us.
It's not happening. So guys, we missed last Sunday, and we're very sad about that.
Why? Why?
Because it was Mother's Day.
It was Mother's Day.
And Mother's Day was full of family in town and mothers.
We had one,
and stuff.
2, 3, 4 mothers that we spent our Mother's Day with.
Who's the fourth?
Liz.
Oh, that you're talking about us because
Oh,
we're cat moms.
we're cat mamas. Cat mamas.
I think that counts for
Why
Mother's Day.
not?
Just
Hey,
the only
Marissa.
thing is that we didn't get to spend our Mother's Day with our cats this year.
Things deep.
Usually we
She
do.
said it is a little better. She said it is better.
The lighting or the powder?
My grace nut, yeah, because I felt like it was gonna be like, oh, I can't watch the light.
Let me try
Can't
this.
watch this because it's just too bright and shiny. Oh, yes. I think right there is nice. It feels good. Feels good on my face. Cat mothers
That-
absolutely
that
count.
feels good?
Thank you, Lois. Hey,
Yes.
Erica. Happy Sunday. Hey, yo! I love you, Marissa. Love that thing that you sent over as well.
Do you think that's too bright?
Feels a little bright. Feels
Whoa,
like
you cannot look directly into
don't
it.
look directly. This new
Hold on.
lighting system, while very convenient because it does run on batteries, is
It also is
That's
convenient
good.
because it's also convenient because you can adjust the light itself.
can
It's not
adjust
just
it,
one
don't
light
you?
bulb and you turn it on. It is, we can adjust the tone, we can adjust the color, and we can adjust the brightness.
Sherry,
And that's
I love you. She
exciting.
said that so does count as Mama just asked the kitties.
Exactly.
Yes.
I agree, Sherry. I agree with you
Tina, for
wholeheartedly.
real. My whole body's all shiny. Look, my knee is shiny. Your knee's shiny too, though.
I feel like my knees are always shiny.
You do. Your skin glows, though. Mine's just greasy.
Oh, that's what we're gonna call it because I'm bright too. But
You're
I'm not worried
glowy.
about it. I'm not effed up with it, guys. Happy Sunday.
Oh, whoa. Hold on. Before we get too deep into our happy Sunday, is it Sierra or
Sierra.
Sierra? She said, even though my only cat just passed away yesterday, I still watch y'all's videos.
Oh, Sierra, I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
That is heartbreaking.
Oh my
Can we
God.
raise a glass to your baby?
Yes.
And send you a big hug? And
yes,
thank you for
sending
joining
you
us.
all of our love, and
Do you
everyone
guys want
else
to
here
come
is too.
share some love?
Oh,
Come here, babies.
I'm so sorry. That's so.
Oh.
It's so hard, especially when it's.
You know, we just had last week on the 13th was the 1 year anniversary of losing our Mr. Biddles very suddenly. And Lord, it was a rough day for me. It's funny how it's just, you know, these beautiful little souls just seal our hearts.
Yeah.
So cheers to you.
Yeah. So cheers to you. Everybody sending you their love.
Thank you guys.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Sweet Mr.
I think-
Biddles. I know Dana and your baby too.
Dana too, yeah.
Okay. So we're going to have a podcast today.
What
and
number is it? Did we?
I think it's 73.
I think after we get to 70, we just can't count anymore. 'Cause it's like, is it 70?
I'm pretty sure
70
it's
what?
73. I can actually just do
Come
this
here, my
real quick
panther.
to be sure.
Come here, my love.
Wow, I need to cut my nails.
Do you know when we got in here to do the podcast, Pooh Bear was all snuggled up on Jay's seat, and she was like, "May I please have my chair?" And he
No,
said,
it's 72.
He said no. Oh, see, we were wrong.
72. I like 72 better than
72 is
73. Okay.
Great number. And now he's sitting.
We
Pooh
wouldn't
Bear
be
is
on
sitting right
73
there.
if we did it last week. That's why I was thinking 73.
Oh,
Mhm.
so what you're basically saying is that you are always right, no matter what.
Pretty much.
Get used to it. Oh my goodness,
I mean,
Pooh Bear comes. He comes.
Truth is truth. We
Okay.
can't argue with truth, right?
Right.
Okay, guys.
I'm
So
excited
we're going to do a
about this podcast,
podcast.
though.
I am too.
Just because, so we had a few minutes between our VIP live and now, where
Yeah.
where I was like, "What are we talking about for real?" And then we remember the topic, and
And then the topic that Trish, our beautiful coworker,
VP of
gave
Life.
us, VP of Life, she gave us an idea, and we were like, okay, well, I guess we
Great
could
idea.
probably go on that and talk about, cats being outside. And then and then we got another message in the meantime, and I was like, these kind of go together, so maybe we talk about both of them
I think
a
so.
little bit,
Hi,
stuff
Debbie.
and things. So let's do it.
Let's have a little conversation. Let's do it.
Welcome to episode number 0072 of Back in the Closet with the Two Crazy Cat Ladies.
It's just so fun to. Do I look like you when I
do this? I don't know. Do I do this?
I feel like you do.
I feel like an
you-
elf.
On the podcast, that makes no sense, but I feel like the way Jay says the podcast intro just requires a little body movement. You know?
Okay, guys. So today we have a fun podcast. Today we're going to be talking about
Fun but serious.
We're gonna, yeah.
Serious.
I guess it's very serious, actually. Talking about cats that go outside, and should your cat be going outside? And do you let your cats outside? And should you let your cats outside? And then what happens when cats go outside?
Huh?
Mm,
Huh?
mm.
Let's talk about it,
It's
shall
big
we?
stuff and things. It's real stuff and things.
It is. So let's talk about it.
Well, let's start with the main statistics, right? So when anyone has a cat, the statistic shows that if you have an outdoor cat, the average lifespan, it's different there's always exceptions to the rule, but the average lifespan of a cat outside is 5 to 7 years.
5 to 7 years.
For a cat that lives outside. For cats that live indoors, the lifespan is 15 plus years. Average lifespan.
Again, average. right.
Is, or maybe 12 to 15 years even.
And
I can't
obviously,
remember.
what goes into those statistics is the fact that an outdoor cat, and we say this all the time as far as dealing with behavioral issues, is that cats are little predators, but they're also prey.
Right.
And especially in areas where we live, we've got coyotes, we've got lots of, we have hawks.
We have hawks.
It's obvious that our cats roaming around could become prey to actual predators, but also living in these suburban areas become prey to people and traffic and a number of other things. So
Yeah.
there's just a lot of dangers
Exposure.
out there,
Yeah.
right, for our
To the elements.
outdoor kitties.
Right.
And a lot of people do think, if they've got an indoor outdoor cat, split the difference. They have a great life. They get to
Yeah.
be inside, they
And
get to be outside.
A lot of those cats do live a really long healthy, happy life. We know a lot of people in different countries and in different like rural areas where there are not a lot of cars driving by.
Right, where they have a large piece of land or.
Yeah. And they have, stuff and things and cats are, they're pretty, oh my goodness, who is that?
Angel.
Is that my Friday girl?
Girl.
Always coming for the podcast, my love. Because
Hi,
it's
baby.
girls' night in the closet, huh?
She's like, outside? I want to go outside. Outside? I want to go outside.
Did you say outside? I love outside.
They know English, believe me.
Very
They know
well.
English.
Yes, very well. They do.
Hi. Go get up here. Okay,
Goodness.
focus. Let's focus.
So, yeah, sorry, cat. It's like squirrel. Cat.
Yeah. So the indoor-outdoor thing is something, and I want to be honest about this, it's something that we actually did in Tennessee when we lived in an area that had a big yard, and it wasn't crazy busy. It wasn't like we had really busy streets.
We didn't live in a rural area, and we did have busy streets near us. They were our street, but
right.
we did have busy streets near us that our cats could
within a mile, which
yeah.
Cats will roam. So that was, and we lost Mr. Biddles under our neighbor's house for a
2
long time. It seemed like forever.
Blue, our cat Blue,
and our cat Blue,
forever.
we lost forever that way. So it has become.
I was thinking about her today.
Just today?
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking about perspective and how, so side note, guys, squirrel just runs in, a cat runs in sometimes, and for Jay especially. So we have a little fledgling mourning dove that's been hanging out in our backyard for over a week. And we, when she first came to, it first came to the yard, the mom and daddy came in, they were feeding her, and it was super cute and it was great. But then she hangs out here, and then the mom and dad would come back and feed her and then leave. And we haven't seen the
mom and dad in
the mom and dad in not a week.
Really, since Tuesday.
Yeah. So it's been almost a week. And last night we were like, what is, like, she's picking at the ground. I don't know that she's eating anything. She's not flying a whole lot. So we went and got some organic seeds, looked up like what's
acceptable for mourning doves.
Right. And we got some seeds and we threw them out to her and whatnot. And then this morning, when we go outside, she was not there. And Adrian started getting worried. She's like, oh God, I hope something bad didn't happen. And I'm like, if something bad happened, it probably would have happened in our yard. And then I was thinking about perspective, and I chose to believe that because we gave her the nourishment that she needed, that she was able to fly higher and go see things outside of our yard, because she flies and she goes up to, like the lower branch or even the top of the wall, not the high wall, but the other wall. And she's doing these things. So I was like, I think it's all about perspective. Like it makes me feel, if she doesn't come back, I would prefer to believe that she got the nourishment that she needed and is enjoying her life as a bird as she should.
Right. And what we chose to believe about Blue.
And that's what made me think of Blue, because I thought, and it's all about perspective. What do you choose to believe, and what does one versus the other how does it make you feel, or how does it change the situation? Blue was gone. There was a pit bull, scary place next door to us. And like a bad, like by pit bull, I love pit bulls, but they were raising them to fight. They were doing the dirty things that rednecks do with freaking dogs. And it made us very mad. But, our first worry was that Blue was killed by had wandered over and was killed by one of the pit bulls.
Long story short, we never did find her. She never did come home.
So I chose the Blue because she
knew what happened.
Her name was Blue because she had the most beautiful big blue eyes.
Yes, we're talking about
she was the prettiest cat in the world. And next to you, my love. But she was so pretty. And so I chose to believe that somebody found her, and they were like, "Oh my goodness, she didn't wear a collar, and we
Like,
didn't
what
have her
lunatics would
microchip.
leave
We
this
didn't know
beautiful cat
anything
roam free?
about anything." Because we just let our cats go in and out on their own. We didn't supervise them. We didn't take good care of them. And so I chose to believe that she was taken in by somebody who was going to take better care of her and be like, "Oh, this is a beautiful cat. She is ours now." And so that's what I chose to believe. And so that's where that mind thought process went. Anyway, what we were
back to the point though, that is something that we did in Tennessee, and
Right.
it's something that I feel Blue was obviously fundamental in helping us know better and do better, right?
If you want to keep your cat, know where your cat at.
Right. And I get that a lot of people think, it's normal for cats to be indoor, outdoor. It's actually not nice to keep a cat indoor only.
I get that too. I understand that.
Right. Because we see how enriched they are by outdoor time. We get that they get to play and hunt and be cats outside. But all to say, fast forward 20 years, and we now very much believe that outdoor time is, yes, indeed, very important for our cats. But it is also very important that be supervised outdoor time.
Yep.
And to do the things that we can do, we still don't have a catio, but to do the things
working on it.
We're working on it
in our heads.
To do the things that we can do to help make that outdoor time enriching for them, safe for them, and as convenient for us as possible as well, so that we can know that they're in a place that's going to be safe and that we can keep an eye on them without worrying about them jumping over the fence or
running away or being
taking
eaten by a
off or
coyote or
any of those things.
Yes.
And we do think about that with our little birdie friend in the backyard, because there are a number of stray cats in our neighborhood. And I keep thinking, we haven't seen many in our yard
She came
yet.
back, by the way, just so you know. She actually came back today.
Yes.
After like a long day of looking out there and wondering, where is she? She actually came back. And now she's sleeping in the backyard on her favorite little rock. And she's got food and she's got water. And I think she just really feels comfortable in our yard. And I think that's because,
it's a safe place right now.
It's a safe
and
place.
The babies are outside right now.
Yeah.
So that's also another thing. So
that leads us to the next subject of our cats going outside. So Marissa just sent us a link of something she was recently exposed to, or I don't remember what the story was that she said. I don't think there was a whole story on it, but some information that she just came across on cats that are outdoors and how
domestic
cats, house cats, that go outside, and how many animals they kill every year. And it is the number that we saw. We haven't looked up the statistics. And it was a Facebook. So we don't know if the Facebook post was, and we didn't even click on the links. We didn't have time, but we don't know how, statistically correct it is. But we do know that it's a thing that lots of people talk about. These damn cats, especially people that don't like cats, right? These damn cats, they're out there killing all the birds. Birds are becoming extinct.
I think
all because of the domestic cats.
There's a place in Australia, I think, where outdoor cats are banned or something. I'm not really sure, but the thing about it is, and this is something, especially with our little mourning dove, and Debbie was saying they like to hang around the place where they are comfortable and are fed. So I think we've got a birdie friend for a long time, and we love our birdie friends. And Trish, our VP of Life here at Two Crazy Cat Ladies, was sharing with us not long ago about how on the other side of their fence, she's got bird feeders out there, and they've got a beautiful catio for her cats. But there is an outdoor cat that lives on the other side of the wall. And the thing about cats is they are little predators. And there is so much. That's why playtime is so important, because they love the hunt, even when they're not hungry. So she was sharing that
they're more like many humans, and
they'll hunt for sport. And that is a heartbreaking thing. And she was sharing how the cat next door would wait, and the birds would land on her fence or whatever, and that cat would just snatch them, and then she would hear it on the other side of the wall. But it was like anytime that she knew that cat was not eating the prey, the cat was
hunting the prey,
hunting and playing with the prey. So, and while I understand that there's a part, the circle of life, I'm waiting for you to sing the song, right? But with cats,
Circle of life.
right.
You said you were waiting, so I thought I had to throw it out there.
So I think with cats, though, it's part of understanding how things work. I think these were things that we never ever thought about.
No,
in Tennessee.
I did. I grew. I
You
mean, I
did?
I didn't think about it emotionally. I was taught.
Like Mama and the Mockingbirds?
No. I mean, like growing up as a child, I was taught about the food chain and what animals eat what animals and how that food chain works. And I don't remember it verbatim. It's like it's interesting to me to like, not interesting. I hate it. But if I turn on like Animal Planet or one of those whatever where like a tiger or leopard or something is chasing like a poor little
antelope.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. It's so sad to us because we're humans and we don't kill each other. But we also, most of us eat, well, not for food. I mean, there are some, but it's very rare.
They usually make the news.
Yeah. But we don't kill each other in that food chain.
Right.
We kill animals in that food chain.
Right.
It's one of the biggest markets in the world. That's, what the overwhelming majority of humans eat is meat of some sort or fish.
Or the fact that humans actually do
but when you think
hunt for sport. Like, who thinks that it's some feat of human ego to kill a giraffe? What are you looking at me for?
Doesn't your family do that?
No. Oh my God, no.
No,
I'm talking about people that go and like hunt zebras and giraffes and whatever. My brothers do hunt, and then they have a freezer full of deer meat for
the entire winter,
for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And it breaks my heart, those little bastards. They really got me once. They went hunting and they actually came back with 2 bucks. And I didn't realize they had been hunting. And they were like, oh, come see what we got. And they go to the trunk of their car. Oh, it's like, you sons of bitches. I get it, though. I get that part of it.
Right.
And I love my brothers, just so you guys know. But,
but
it's hard to see. It's hard to see how that whole food chain works.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is that there is a food chain. And if we negate that food chain, our cats would be fed grass and vegetables. And they would not live a very long life, even indoors, kept outside or kept from outside completely, right? Because they have to eat that meat, whether they're killing it or someone else is killing it. Now, yeah, sure. Some kill from instinct and instinctive nature. I'm not trying to justify the fact that birds are being killed. I'm trying to justify the fact that birds are being killed. Like they're.
Listen to this though. Marissa said, I saved a stray from a BB gun because he was chasing a bird. Made me sick. I love birds, but that was just
cruel. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like we humans are.
But if you look at how many fish eat how many fish, right? If we're like literally, that's where the food chain started in my school when I was like in the 3rd grade or whatever. And they were showing like this little fish eats this little fish eats this little grain of like whatever you call that stuff in the ocean.
Fish food.
The
seaweed. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll call it seaweed. I don't know. But they eat this, and then this fish eats that fish, and then this fish eats that fish, and then you get up to like, woo! Oh, here's a bear, and they eat that fish, and then it's like, oh, well, what about the freaking bears out there? Like, why are they eating all the fish? Like, that's our sushi. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to justify the fact that cats kill birds. Or mice,
what I'm saying is,
whatever. Although I didn't get to hear it, but today I'm going to go back and watch. But Dr. Karen Becker and Rodney Habib talked on their podcast about a shelter releasing 1,000 feral cats into the streets of Chicago. I guess recently, because they usually have recent news. To control the rat population. But then it's like, well, why are all the rats dying? That's not fair. Why would they kill all the rats?
Oh, which also reminds me, here's a little fun fact. Like, you guys know the bubonic plague that happened like back in the 1500s also happened around the witch hunting season because they associated cats with witches.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the rodents that actually spread the bubonic plague because they were killing all the cats. Interesting.
Because
What
the cats were
happens
eating 'em?
when we humans interfere with nature in general? However, I do think for us, we are not going to. This is one of those situations where you have to do your best in your sphere of influence that you know.
Yeah.
I think that it is probably for a lot of people, it is very exciting for them to have land and let their cats be indoor, outdoor, and that's a beautiful life for them. For us, our sphere of influence is our cats only get, yes, we believe outdoor time is very important, but they only get to go outdoors when we have the time to actually supervise them being outdoor. And even when we do get a catio, which is a goal for this summer,
Fall. We don't
by
wanna-
fall,
yeah,
so that
we
they
don't
can
wanna-
be outside.
It'll be
It's
too hot in the summer.
summertime, which is a goal for by this fall. That we will be keeping. We're not just going to put them out in the catio and be like, "Have a great day." It's going to be something that we're going to be keeping an eye on because we do know that there are other cats, and we have seen our cats deal with redirected aggression. And
Oh yeah,
there's some.
The latest idea that we came up with that we were kind of set on once we thought it through was especially with Trish, thought it through with Trish. It was okay, that's not going to work because that could be worse than them.
I know it's hard to figure it out.
Yeah.
But
that's not, we can go with my original idea and that's not hard to figure out. And
because you're always right.
Correct.
It's very frustrating, you guys.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
It is.
I'm
It's
sorry.
hard. I'm sure I'm dealing with a number of unresolved feelings because of this situation that I have to live in.
I am so sorry. I mean, you could always just
know.
listen to me since I'm always right.
You guys, the point
roll
I
with
think
it.
is this. For us in our sphere
It's
of
a
influence,
circle
we
of
have-
life.
we have these beautiful little birdie friends that live outside, and we do hope that they stay safe and
And
protected
we would be
in our
so
yard.
upset if one
We
of
would
our
be
cats got out and went straight for him
devastated.
and oh my God, we would be
Devastated.
so mad, so upset,
Devastated.
so devastated.
We also want to provide our cats as enriched a life as is possible. Did that
Right.
make sense?
Yeah, to me it did. But our cats touching their paws to the earth is how they were created to be, right? They were actually created. If we
Seems
didn't
fair to
domesticate any cat, would we be complaining about all the cats eating all the birds? I don't know. But they're wild animals and they are made to be outside. So giving them that fresh air, giving them the stimulants of birds flying around and bugs flying around. Nobody cries about all the bugs that the birds kill, or them damn scorpions. They kill all the roaches. I love the roaches. Anyway,
We've really tapped into something here.
no,
It's a can of worms, y'all.
it's a circle of life, right?
Oh my God.
It's the food chain. And I hate it and it's sad to watch, but it's true. It's true. That's why our cats are obligate carnivores. Anyway, I don't remember what I was saying, but it was something important in the end. What was I saying?
Wow.
You don't remember? No.
I feel like you're about to bring it back to something that
I thought too.
something about the birds in our yard. Does anybody remember?
It would
Does
be
anybody
really
remember?
sad and we would hate it. But oh no, you said something. You were saying about how to bring it back.
To bring it back, I do think that it's important to just, for me, I think back
cats
20
touching
years ago.
Their feet to the earth.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that was wonderful.
How healthy that is for
We
them.
spent time outside with, I remember Scotch and Tiggy. Man, they were thick as thieves. Those boys loved to just run in the grass fast as they could. I mean,
so fast.
it was so exciting
like
to watch
tigers.
them. And we loved that they could have that time outside. Thinking back now, though, I can't believe that we let them run free when we knew that there were dog fighters not far from
next
us.
door.
When there was, James White Parkway was less than a mile away. Like, it blows my mind that we didn't think about those things then. And I guess it is just that, it's just having that conversation with yourself of, now knowing what we know, what decisions are we going to make? And that's, you can only do your best, right? And
right.
so
But I
that's
mean,
where
I
we're
feel
at
like
now.
I feel like we do our best. We do our best by letting our cats outside supervised. We do our best by opening the windows when we can't let our cats out supervised, but opening the windows, letting them breathe in the fresh air, and they sit there like, oh my gosh, so much lately.
Sit there like
chirping at
chirping
the
at the
birds, like
birds.
seeing the birds.
I love it.
But in their mind, that stimulation is actually super healthy for them. It is something that they absolutely need. No, they don't get to go through the entire prey sequence, which is why playtime is so important for them as well, with a wand toy or something where they can go through that prey sequence. But that mental stimulation, just like for us, imagine having zero mental stimulation. We just fall over and die. Like as humans, that is what happens. If you have zero mental stimulation whatsoever, you fall over and die. And it's important for our cats too. I mean, maybe I made that up. Maybe we could live without any mental stimulation and be fine. I don't know.
No, I don't think so. It's just not how we're wired to be.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
And it's not how our cats are wired to be either.
I'm so excited to go back. I'm gonna have to get glasses like this week. I'm not able to quite read the comments from here, but I see a bunch of comments coming through. All to say,
I know I can't read them either. Although I'm not that close.
Okay, so we'll go back through and read the comments. But I do think, and this wasn't to stir up any controversy. I think that, we all have our own decisions to make about what we do, right? The whole food chain thing is a heartbreaking thing. At the same time, we feed our cats a species appropriate raw diet. So do I think about the little bunnies that our babies are eating? Yeah, I do. But I also think about the little babies that need the little bunnies. And I don't really know how to close the moral, ethical loop on that one. So if you have suggestions, let us know.
What do you say, bunnies?
Little bunnies, they love rabbit. Like the babies love rabbit.
And that's what we feed them.
Right, but every time I see a little bunny, it breaks my heart.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
There was one that gave up his life for another. Yeah.
We're going to go, this is going down the rabbit hole, so we're going to wrap it up. You guys,
Jesus.
Let us know.
Like from the insect, to the
Madison, what is your mama saying? Come here, Angel. I know. I don't know what she's talking about.
Precious Angel Soft.
My goodness.
Her new name is Angel Soft. That's what I'm calling.
She is as soft as a bunny.
She's soft as a bunny.
Baby bunny.
Bunny.
I see Debbie here.
Debbie's here. Hey, Debbie. Oh my God.
Can we
raise a glass to Debbie?
Debbie is going through a lot.
Quite a bit with her kitties.
Right. And
she's
I just want to say
some, and it's
our whole team has been
praying for you.
And I don't know, just kind of wrecked.
Yeah.
With you this week. So
our hearts are with you.
Keeping you in our prayers.
Yes.
Okay, you guys. We are going to wrap this up before we go any further down the rabbit hole of
rabbits.
We love you guys. We love you so much. Go take care of your babies.
Yes.
Do your best.
And forget the rest.
Forget the rest.
And in the words of Tony,
what was his name?
Wasn't it Tony? I don't know. The dude from P90X. The word Beachbody. Beachbody, weird. Anyway, you guys probably don't know anything about that. Anyway, we love you guys so much.
We love you.
Happy Sunday. If you are on Facebook, come join us at 6 p.m. Pacific time every Sunday night, unless it's Mother's Day. We are live doing a cat tip review, and we're excited about that because especially we have new lights too. So that's exciting. But we will see you guys very soon. Tony Horton. That's it. Tony Horton. Thank you, Lindsay.
Pam the Blam. Oh my gosh.
Pam the Blam. Right? All right.
We love you guys.
All right. We love you guys.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys soon. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.